Pete gave me a call. I was in Perth at the time, and said, "Hey, brother, we'd worked together previously, and I've got this really killer role, man. This new series, closest reference is Breaking Bad, except it's two girls in the lead, and we've got this great character that finds himself in a shitful situation, and he sort of launches the series off and gets us into our stories. It's very much like a chase. Give me a call back." And I mean, I just love Pete. I think he's one of the best directors in Australia, and also when they sort of said, you know, you get to lock Beck Gibney in a boot at gunpoint, and I was like, sign me on.
The character I'm playing, Josh, he's a good cop at the end of the day. He backs himself in and he's got his eye on the prize from the beginning. He's really ambitious and he's really skilled. He has his flaws, which the audience will see as well, but he wants to do the right thing. He's driven by altruism. That's kind of what spurs him on. He's a cop that's in the police force for the right reasons, the way most are, and he thinks he can sort out what's happened.
Ray is a career policeman, high-ranking, very good at his job, a very loyal family man, very astute, very slippery, very clever, and very corrupt. I think we established that pretty early on. Here's a guy who's got his foot in both camps, the good side and the bad side.
Well, Bok is essentially a human Terminator. He's got a job to do and he's going to complete it, doesn't matter what. He grows through his experiences, through the killing, and he loves the killing in itself because it represents something successful in his life. That's the only thing he can do well, and he does it very smartly because he doesn't want to end up in jail like he's been many times.
So Chris meets Lola and Chelsea sort of in the worst of circumstances. You know, I don't think before the event happens, Chris would have considered himself in any way a gangster, or possibly had ambitions to be. And he meets Lola and Chelsea in a situation when it's just those three left, and he sort of has to step up and take responsibility and try and figure out the situation as he goes. And I think as the series moves on, a relationship's formed. There's maybe an understanding or a recognition, especially with Lola, despite everything and despite the situation, when he starts to like them. So, you know, there's this massive contrast in this between the guy who has to kill and has to do these things, and who in the end just can't.
I would describe Anton Marek as a clean-cut elite figure in his world, which, you know, we don't really specify what it is, but it's of an underworld nature, and yeah, he's kind of paid handsomely for it.
There was a bit of a buzz going on about this project before I even got a look at it. Someone who shall remain nameless mentioned it to me and said you should have a read. And lo and behold, I got a call from my agent saying that they were interested. So I was very excited to finally get a chance to have a look at it, because I knew someone had said that they'd read the script and said they thought it was really, really good. I thought, well, I like being in shows that come with that sort of feel about them. So I was very happy to get involved.
The tension is ratcheted up through every episode, and at the end of every episode, when you think things might sort of normalise a bit, something else happens. So to act in something like this is a lot of fun. It's a really exciting project.
From an acting perspective, I guess, you know just when you read something where it stands. So yeah, there are good characters written really well. Obviously, you know, with Rebecca behind it, you know, it has to be of a certain quality for, you know, to get the people that she wants in it.
Anton Marek is a badass. He's a very bad character. And Alex Dimitriadis does him with such relish. He's so good at it. And he's a threat. He's another threat. So these girls have got threats coming from all different angles.
Josh's world collides with the girls when he's chasing them from the beginning, and he gets closer. Something happens. Eventually, he catches up with them, and then they get away again. So he's. You know, he's dealing with the facts. The more he looks into things, the more he might think. He doesn't buy that these women are necessarily criminal masterminds, the way he's being told, and that they're necessarily bad women altogether. But yeah, he finds them out in the middle of nowhere, and the rest of the time he's just chasing them.
I loved playing with Ryan Kaur. He's just such an amazing young actor, and it feeds off so much. I love working with people that can feed off emotions and are just not throwing lines into play. Nicholas, 30 years of experience, you know, they are all there, and it's a pleasure. It's just a pleasure to be on set with him, and every time it's just been incredible. So Honestly, I've been blessed to be part of such an amazing cast and crew. I have to say, it's been one of the best productions I've ever worked with.